Welcome back, everybody, to the A.J.I
Show.
episode 33. If you're not already following, please do, and share this with all of your friends, your families, your brothers, your sisters, your moms, your dads, your aunts, your uncles, and your cats, dogs, owners. And let's get on with the episode. All right, so some of you may already noticed, but we have changed up
A lot.
our podcast a bit, right? Okay, we got the video going. All right, I changed up our logo, and I really like it because now it's not just a podcast, and we don't have the word podcast in the title now. We have it as the A.J.I Show, and then underneath that is Life, Reality, Us, because it's kind of just what we talk about. We talk about life, we talk about our reality, like what's going on, and we talk about us. So, that was, I wanted to change the kind of our name for a little while because, like, it's weird to say, like, have you ever listened to the A.J.I podcast? Right?
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look, not when we really say that. They would just say, have you listened to the A.J.I podcast? But now, another thing, the reason why we changed it is because, you can see us now. We also, what else? What do you got?
I had something to say and I forgot.
We're going to be uploading YouTube videos and like the videos and the audio kind of separate on separate playlists on on YouTube. On Spotify, it'll just be like the audio and video through Spotify, but on YouTube there's two different playlists. There'll be the audio only, and then it just has like our logo, and then the video. So go check out the video. If you're not watching this, go watch it, okay? But if you're working, then you can listen to it, I guess. But I suggest you watch it because we're going to be doing a lot more things now where you can like actually see what we're doing and whatnot. But does the camera look crooked to you? A little bit, but I leveled it, so it should be fine.
Not crooked. It looks like it's like.
Oh well, I mean, I positioned it so we're centered, so that's good. Man,
I really had something to say, and I just don't remember.
Oh well.
I don't know.
Let's get into it. How was your week?
It was good.
Yeah, we went to
the Demolition Derby.
Yep, we went to the Demolition Derby. That was super fun. I'm going to insert a few cool clips of what I took into the Derby somewhere here. It was super fun. I don't know what it is about
I think for
just
me,
loud cars.
I think it's the noise for me. I love it.
It was so loud, though.
It was, really, but I loved it.
Like, ear-piercingly loud. There was a fire at one point. I'll show you that video somewhere here. Okay, there was a fire, and I didn't immediately get the like I wasn't video when the fire started, right? Yeah. And it was kind of like off in the distance. I wasn't even looking. It was like off to the left-hand side, and I wasn't looking. And then all I seen out of the corner of my eye was just a bunch of smoke, and I was like, you know. But yeah, so I recorded a little bit. They had like 2 rounds of like bigger engine vehicles, just going at it. Then they had another round of kind of the same thing, and then they had I think they had 3 rounds of the bigger cars.
No, it was 2 rounds. Little cars, trucks.
Little cars. Little cars was the 3rd round. And then the truck one was dumb. I mean, it was cool. It was a cool concept, but if they had more trucks,
cool, and like they did great, but yeah, there wasn't enough trucks to
Yeah, if they had more trucks, it would have been a lot better because
And,
at
like,
one point they got
it was almost
stuck.
immediately that they got stuck, and then one was just going at it.
Yeah,
and at it and at
he
it,
was
and
just
trying to
like
break them up,
looping around, trying to just
doing his best.
keep hitting him and stuff. And then like there would be times where he'd like go and then slow down and then turn
I
around
know.
like, what, bruh? Just knock
They're
him
also
out.
trying to save their vehicle for the last round, you know. So
Well,
they're
not the
trying
truck
to, like,
one because the truck one didn't. It was only just a 1-round thing because it was a new. It was like a new thing that they were doing or something
It's
like
not
that.
new.
The truck?
No.
Yeah.
No, it's not.
They said haven't seen this before. That's why there
No.
was only like 3 trucks. If
Yeah,
they've done it before,
they've
then
done it before. They've done it before, years ago.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well,
But a full round, like multiple trucks.
yeah. I got a burrito while we were there. It was a really good
first
burrito.
No snack.
Yeah. I mean,
Ever.
still fitting
Since-
my calories, so.
Ever since you started.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, there was a hair somewhere.
You got a big thing with hair, dude.
It's actually bad.
And I got a lot of it too.
So do I,
I
and
got a
mine's-
lot of hair,
Yeah,
and
maybe that's why I kept chopping it off.
and my hair falls out a lot too.
So does mine. It's bad though. Like, I thought it was like just wet. Sorry, guys. Oh my god. I thought it was like singular pieces of hair, like when you sticking to my wet body, like after a shower or even in the shower. But it's just
hair.
single pieces of hair anywhere, or like balls of hair. Like I don't.
Like
This doesn't bother me. Like I don't mind my own hair. You know, it's just the little strings of hair or little.
like I mean, it's gross, but like I don't find it as gross as you find it gross, right? Like I'll be pulling out wads of clumps of hair from the drain with the little hook thing, and it comes out, and it's like there's like black chunks in it, and all.
You should watch, because when I put conditioner in my hair, you know, I run my hands through my hair. And you should watch me do that because when I'm done, I got little pieces of hair like wrapped around my fingers, and I'm immediately in the shower like gagging, trying to get it off my hand as quick as I can.
Oh, brother.
It's bad.
Okay, I want to talk about
My lips are so dry. I'm sorry. You're probably watching me lick the crap out of my lips, but they're
As
so
soon as you
dry.
said that, I licked my lips. I was like,
Anyways, sorry.
because at that second, I noticed that my lips were a little dry.
Do you see them? You can actually see how dry they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of gross.
The thing is with me, I hate using chapstick.
And I can't. I would if I could wear it all the time. I would, but for whatever
For
reason,
you, it gives you cold sores.
Yeah.
For me, I just hate the feeling of that kind of stuff on my lips. I don't know. Even if like at once upon a time when you wore chapstick or lip gloss all the time or whatever, and you give me a
still would.
kiss, it's
Still would.
I'm like,
yeah, immediately.
just immediately wipe it off. Okay,
You
but
don't
I
like
wanted
lotion
to.
either.
What?
You don't like lotion. Like you don't lotion
Oh,
your arm.
I do
like
a
your-
little bit.
But could you put it on your arms and your legs?
I could, but I
I
don't
thought
do it.
Wasn't there a time where you just couldn't with lotion?
I
Maybe
don't
I'm
know.
thinking of
Maybe.
somebody else. Maybe it's Jacob.
But I only put lotion on my hands when they're like this. You know, my hands right now are really, really dry. Don't look at them.
I think it might be Con that is like icked out by lotion. There's someone we know that doesn't like lotion. Anyways, besides the point. What were you gonna say?
I want to talk about the whole TikTok thing. Rami.
Oh yeah.
All right, so if you guys don't know, this TikTok Spice King Rami, whatever, however you pronounce his name. If you don't know who that is, go look him up. But
We're not gonna get into too much detail of what he's actually doing online because that's crazy.
Yeah, but we're gonna inform you because it was absolutely crazy, and I was there like doing all like kind of research and seeing what he was posting and whatnot. But he had like the biggest crash out.
Yeah.
Like that
I
I've
saw it,
seen from
okay.
an influencer.
I saw it and I thought it was a skit.
No,
The
I
first
did
time
too.
I saw it.
I did
so
too.
I kind of didn't really watch the whole thing because it's very triggering.
Mm-hmm.
Even if to any human being.
Yeah.
I feel it's kind of triggering to watch. So when I saw it, I was like, oh, that must be like something, the skit or something. So I just swiped.
Yeah. So just a little viewer discretion. This is a little triggering for some viewers or whatever. So the video I came across the
same one.
It was him, and he was drinking alcohol, he was popping pills, he was taking bumps, and what caught me off guard was that he was like,
Wait, pause. What does that mean?
taking bumps?
Yeah.
Cocaína.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
Where was I at?
He was also.
Oh yeah, he was smoking weed.
Yeah.
So I was like, whoa. That took me back. I was like, whoa. Like, you're not supposed to do that on TikTok. You're a pretty big TikToker, right?
That's another reason why I thought it might have been a skit.
And then so I go to his other videos, and he has another video of him just like crying and like saying this thing and whatnot. And I was like, what's happening? And then I look at the description of that video, and it said, this is a script. I'm following a script, trying to show how well I can act and whatnot. So I was like, oh, okay. And then so I was like, so it must be the same for the video that I saw. Oh yeah, he was also doing self-harm in that video. Yeah. I mean, it's probably, I think it's still on Instagram. It's not on TikTok. They removed it. But the reason why he was crashing out so bad is because his what are they called? Like managers or yeah, we'll just call them managers. People who like find him auditions and stuff like that. So they were absolutely like screwing him over. He was
doing the
unthinkable, just the
things
most
to
wrong things to him, and so like including, yeah, I don't doubt that they were like stealing money from him, okay, but then he was also posting like just spam posting a whole bunch of posts of photos of him and his manager. The managing company, it was like Gersh something or whatever, but under each of those posts were like really like crazy things that he was saying, like basically accusing them of SA
and so on and so forth.
Yeah, and he kept coming out with videos, kept updating his bio, saying like just the most crazy stuff. All right. I'm not gonna show any videos or anything like that because it can be triggering for some people. But it was just blowing my mind. I was at the gym and I came across this, and I was like,
yeah,
what?
Watch it at your own.
What?
What's the word?
Discretion.
Yeah.
Watch it at your own discretion. You just search up Spice King on TikTok, and then
it's scary though. Then sad.
Rami something, go to his bio, go to Instagram, and you should have everything there. But I pray for the man. I hope he's gotten help. I hope people are there supporting him who are close to him. And yeah, I hope he's doing better now. He hasn't I've been kind of like checking on his profiles and stuff like that, seeing if he came out with more stuff, but
he also got diagnosed with cancer
a
while back.
Yeah.
And he was going through it then. Not like this, but like he was going through it then.
Yeah.
As anyone should.
Yeah, but that's what it was. The agents. They were in the agency is like it's like a talent Hollywood agency.
Something.
But yeah, they were
trash
allegedly
people.
doing really messed up things and just completely screwing them over. He was talking about one time about this is one that I can talk about. He was talking about them taking, like, telling him that he owed like $100,000 in taxes or whatnot, when in reality he didn't, and so I mean, he was still paying that, and part of it was going to his actual taxes. The other part was going to his agency or his agents and whatnot. But yeah, crazy story. I was like sitting in the gym, and like in between sets, I could be like refreshing the page.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I called you, and I was like, babe.
You texted me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I was just looking down at my phone. My grandma was calling me in the middle of that, and I just wanted to text her and let her know.
Yeah.
1 second.
Did you have anything to talk about? Or do you want
I
to
did.
show these? I don't know if you can see them in the camera, but...
I don't think you can. But quite a few episodes back... First, I was telling you guys about Color Me Mine, where you go sit down and paint, and then they fire it for you. Ceramic pieces. And I wanted to show you the two that I was talking about. This was a while back. And then I also more recently did the piece that we had. Well, I had all of our grandparents paint on except one that didn't get to. But I will show the one me and my mom did first. You're not going to be able to hear me. So, talk for me.
All right, so we got
little X and O boards.
little
Tic-tac-toe boards.
Here, wait. Just scoot this in front of you, and maybe it'll pick up your voice a bit. No, even more. Why is this not typing? Technical difficulties. Oh, lordy. God damn it. Okay.
All right, the first one is mine. This is the board. I really hope you can see that because you can see us. I can't see us, though. This is the front. The back's just white, but there's the board.
Super cool.
And, I mean, it's not that, it's really hard to show, but the X and O pieces.
Cute.
Colors.
Cute.
I don't know if I can show this in a better way.
This podcast is just going to turn into a bunch of show and tell.
Maybe from back here you can see it. Hopefully. And I'm just going to show you this one like that because...
Like little Rasta colors.
Yeah, this one's really cool.
Your mom made that one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope you can see it.
I think they can.
Right.
I think they can see it.
This one is the one we had our grandparents do. It's a little axolotl. And...
So we had, which part? My grandpa.
The bottom part was your grandpa.
Yeah.
This little tiny, I don't know if you can really see it, but there's like one little tiny circle that my grandpa did. He really didn't want to, but he was like, I'll paint just a little bit. So he did. Just a little piece. And then my grandma did the face. So those are the pieces.
Super cute.
I really wanted to show you because that's the only thing I remember ever wanting to show you guys.
All right, period.
I've wanted to show you so many other things, but those I really wanted to show because I think those are so cool.
I had another thing that I wanted to talk about that was in my notes. What was it? Okay, so there's one thing to quickly talk about, but fluoride.
Yeah.
Have you ever?
Oh my gosh,
have you
I
ever
just
heard,
unlocked a memory.
Have you ever heard of like all the bad things about fluoride that have been like scientifically proven and whatnot so far? No? Okay, so fluoride, okay, it's a stuff that comes in lots of toothpaste, right? It helps protect your teeth, but what a lot of people don't know is that it's a neurotoxin.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't exactly know what a neurotoxin means. Because can you search it up? Search up the definition real quick. Okay, I'll do it.
While you search up the definition, you unlocked a memory for me. You remember back in the day when you would have an assembly and it would be like, I don't know, a dentist came in and would teach you like how to keep your teeth clean, and they'd give out like toothbrushes and toothpaste, but they would have you eat that purple tablet
Oh,
that made your teeth like
it would just kind of stain your mouth, or like it would like attach to like the places where you didn't brush very well. Mm-hmm. I remember
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So a neurotoxin is a substance or chemical that alters the function or structure of the nervous system, leading to neurotoxicity. In humans, these compounds can range from natural substances found in food to human-made chemicals like pesticides, snake venom, and drugs such as heroin and cocaine. So basically, fluoride bad, right? Mm-hmm. And I guess like the government's trying to put fluoride in water or something like that. I may be misinformed, but yeah. So it makes me wonder, like,
wonder what?
The fluoride.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they use it all the time.
You found another piece of hair?
Yeah.
Nice.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, when Jacob was telling us that story about Freddie the other day, where he crashed. Okay, so our friend, okay, we weren't there for this, but both of our friends, Jacob Kahn, he's been on the podcast before. Freddie has not. They were riding scooters, like electric scooters that can go pretty fast, right? And from what we heard, so one of the friends had been drinking a little bit, okay, and I guess they went separate ways.
Yeah,
is that what it was?
Yeah, they were going on. They were racing around the buildings.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to explain where. It's just imagine
racing around a building, right?
And they went separate ways.
Okay.
And they were going to like go and come back and meet at the same spot. And Jacob got back, and Freddie was not there.
Yeah.
Nor could see him. And then Freddie started calling him.
And he was like,
uh-oh.
Whoa.
Uh-oh.
And when he went over to him, apparently his face was just covered in blood. He didn't know where he was bleeding from.
Yeah.
And he eventually sent me a picture of Freddie's face, but at that point, or like they had to call paramedics, okay, and he had to get patched up a little bit. But the picture that I seen, it was still pretty bad, even after the paramedics kind of patched him up a bit. But the funny part is that when Jacob was telling us this story, the paramedics were they were asking him like, "Have you had any drinks tonight?" And he was like, "No." the way he did it was just no. And then they were like, "We're not the cops. You can tell us." And he was like, I was like, "Oh my gosh, Freddie, you gotta let them people know that kind of stuff,
especially
because
them. They're not gonna be like, well, call the police."
Yeah, because they're
also not doing anything.
They're there to help you, and
technically, I mean, he wasn't doing anything wrong. Should he have been driving a scooter while drinking? Probably not.
No. Well, is that illegal to be driving, like, or is that considered
not something I do?
Public intoxication? Is that illegal? Public intoxication.
That's illegal.
Is it?
It is. If you're disrupting, yeah.
Public intoxication. Where we live. You
see people in jail for that stuff. Yes, public intoxication, meaning they were going above and beyond what they should have been doing, acting crazy or whatever.
Well, then, like, what about people at bars? Like, they're publicly intoxicated, right? Or you don't? Or
Where you're allowed to be. If you say, if you're walking home from the bar, but you're like vandalizing something, like, yeah, that's public intoxication and you're doing something stupid.
Unlike a DUI offense, which may carry mandatory minimum penalties, public intoxication will often be a minor misdemeanor of crime. Being drunk in public is not specifically an offense unless the person who is intoxicated is a public nuisance. Okay.
What'd I just say?
Yeah, that's what you just said. Look at you smarty pants. Yeah, you know some stuff, don't you? What are you not telling me, huh?
Kinda.
What happened there?
You know, I thought I burnt myself at work, and now I think about it, I think I scraped it on something. And it like...
I don't know, it kind of looks like a
It looks
burn.
like a burn, but I don't think it is. Because I remember scraping it on like something dumb, like the corner of a table at work or something. I don't know. It kind of hurts, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure it does. We've gotten so many cuts and burns and stuff like that from work.
Covered. I can show you one burn that I ever got at work that was the worst burn I've ever had.
Yeah.
And it was a steam burn.
I haven't gotten any massive burns at work, but I've gotten a few cuts, but nothing, knock on wood, nothing major, right? Knock on wood. So I've cut my finger on a slicer before, like a food slicer. I've gotten little burns here and there from like hot oil, the flat top, the grill.
Yeah.
But nothing too serious. You've had
Yeah, I'm trying to find the picture.
couple bad ones.
Yeah, I'm trying to find the picture of
Our roommate Finn, he basically completely sliced almost the top of his thumb off trying to cut green onions.
He used to work with us.
Yeah.
Where we work. Sorry, I'm trying to find it. Oh, I found it. Okay.
What?
This is when it happened. This is a steam burn. You can already see like...
Was that from the bag of rice or was it from...
No, opening the big oven.
Okay. Big oven.
I opened it and immediately put my hand over top and all the steam came up and hit my arm. And this is what it looks like. What it looked like when it happened. Hopefully you could see that. And then once it, got worse.
Healed up. Started getting a little...
Then it got worse with the
little blisters.
And then this is the worst of it. But not even scarred, so.
Let's go. That's a win.
Not even mad. But boy, did it hurt. Because I immediately put an ice bag on it. And remember? And I got home and you were like, you're going to take that off and let it burn for a second. And I was like, no.
Yeah, because putting ice, you're not supposed to put ice on a burn, right? You're supposed to put cool water on it to stop.
Oops, sorry.
Stop the actual, not to stop the pain, but to stop the actual like burning. Because once you burn yourself, it'll like keep like going deeper and deeper, from what I understand. So you run it under cold water to stop it from burning.
I don't know.
Then there was this one worker that I burnt myself one time on accident, and they told me to put mustard on it. But I also heard that's bad for it. Like, because, like, it's trapping the heat.
I don't know. I've heard that word. I've had a lot of people tell me to put mustard on a burn. A lot of people.
The reason why is
even
because...
my mom, I'm pretty sure, has told me.
Because if the mustard makes a shield over it, where, like, no more hot stuff can, like, hurt it, I guess, in a sense. But it's also bad because it's trapping the heat underneath the skin, right? So it's blocking the heat both ways. So it's good and bad, but yeah.
Yeah.
I've told you the time I landed on a cactus, right?
No.
No. Well, I was in my parents' backyard.
Actually, yeah, you have. I just don't remember the story.
Oh.
I also have kind of one.
Yeah, bad injury.
What?
Well, let me tell you about my couple
Yeah.
bad injuries from what I remember. So the cactus one, I was walking in my parents' backyard, and I guess I just tripped and fell and landed straight on a dead cactus, and there was a bunch of just cactus needles just stuck in my knee.
Oh.
Yeah, and my mom had to blink blink poke them out, or not poke them out, pull them out. Ooh, my brother had a real bad incident. You know, those
The cactus?
no, but it basically sliced his entire like leg, and he still has a scar from it. But you know those saws that go me? No, I don't know what it's called. A drywall saw.
You'd have to show me. What do you do?
He literally walked past it. It's one of those.
Oh.
What is it? What is it called? Oscillating multi-tool. Yeah. It was like hanging out a bucket or something like that. And he walked right past it carrying like a bag of potatoes or something. And it like completely... I mean, it wasn't on. He just walked past it and it went sing, sing, sing. It cut through his pants and he had some pretty deep cuts from it.
Jeez.
It was bad.
The only time I ran into a cactus with my foot, and like one singular thing got stuck in my foot, and when I pulled it out, my nerve was like wiggling. Like I don't know how to explain it.
Acupuncture kind of type
Something happened. Like it was like my foot was wiggling, and I was like 10 years old, maybe even younger, 8, and I was like freaking out because I thought it was like a worm or something, you know. Not knowing at that age, like something stuck in my foot.
Yeah.
Like there was definitely something on the end of that cactus that is now in my foot, and I'm gonna die. That's what I thought. Here I am.
Those little injuries as a kid can be pretty traumatizing.
Yeah.
You're like, I'm gonna die.
Yeah, and it was like so weird because like so you could see the nerve like moving or vein or whatever it was just wiggling in my foot, and then it stopped, kind of like when you get a twitch. But it was weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think the same thing happens when you do acupuncture. They're like stick it in your skin and then they'll go you know, and like move it back and forth, different angles and whatnot, and it'll like make your muscles like twitch.
I don't think I could do it.
I'd low-key want to do that, but yeah, I hate needles. You know?
Yeah.
I don't think I could ever get my blood drawn.
I don't think you could ever donate.
I can't look. I wouldn't be able to look at it because the last time I went and got my blood drawn for whatever reason, I almost passed out. Yeah.
Been there.
But you know, that's one thing. I have never passed out though.
Me either.
Never passed out.
But I know what it feels like moments, and I mean moments before actually passing out.
Even when I broke my wrist, that's another one of the big like injuries. I broke my wrist getting off a ski lift, caught a piece of ice. This was my first time snowboarding.
Have you snowboarded since?
No, absolutely not. But yeah, I was snowboarding. Snowboard caught a piece of ice. I fell backwards and landed on my hand, and it went. I saw my. You see the difference between my wrists when I go like this? This one's has like a little pokey, which looks so gross. And then this one's normal. But yeah.
That is weird.
This is real weird. But hey, I mean, there was a while where like it was healed, but it still hurt to do stuff with this wrist. But I mean, I'm able to bench press good, just push ups and all right and whatnot. But yeah, it's It's messed up, but it's fine. Sometimes I just want to.
I don't know what my worst, like...
You broke your toe.
Multiple times.
Multiple times?
Over and over and over.
What?
Yeah.
Really?
My pinky toe, you know, the one that looks crazy. It doesn't look too crazy, but it's like...
It looks normal to me.
It's like permanently swollen, like permanently bigger.
Okay.
But I right angled it on a...
Ooh, a corner?
Wait.
Chair.
Oh, my worst injury is when I ran my foot over with the full top stock cart from Walmart when we worked there. That's what it was. My whole foot was purple. I'd show you that, but that's my foot. I'm not showing you my foot. But it was like purple from right where my toes start all the way up my ankle.
Oh, yeah, it was bad.
And then I had to take like a week off. They were like, you can sit at the door and greet people. And I was like,
No, I'm not doing that.
like, So.
Oh, that reminds me.
I right angled it on some sort of corner of something. And then like it healed. Like days later, I right angled, like I kicked the crap out of a tire getting in a car, my grandma's car. Kicked it. Oh, I remember.
That's like
I right angled it on you know the couches that have like a piece that goes with it that's like a rectangle? And it's just like a seat, one big seat.
Yeah.
My mom used to have that, and I right angled it on that, and that also made
ottoman?
my whole foot purple, and I couldn't walk on my toes that time either.
I feel like that is like stubbing your toe hurts, but I cannot imagine what it's like to break a toe.
And you can't. I've never went to the doctor for it because all they're gonna tell you is it'll heal on its own.
So it just healed at a right angle?
Is my toe a right angle?
No. So you say they can't do anything for it. So do they
Well, my
line it
toe
up
wasn't like hanging to the right completely.
Well, you said
broken
it right
and gross,
angled your toe.
Well, yeah. Like if I were to kick this, my foot was like this and my pinky was over here. And it still comes back up. Like once you've right angled your toes, you know, you bring it up way. It's not like my toes were like this.
Oh, I always thought that like you broke your toe and it went.
Oh no!
And
not
then like they had to like just move it into place and then tape it to the other toe.
I didn't go to the doctor.
Do
they won't help you. They'll tape it to the next toe, but I can tape it to the next toe. You know, it's not like they give you a mini cast.
No, but it's gonna hurt.
Oh, it hurt.
Well, I'm saying like if you tape it to the other toe, you know.
Yeah.
If it's completely down like this.
Like when I say broke my toe, I don't think
it's gonna be too hard to put it back by yourself.
I didn't fully break it, but something happened.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Some part of it was broken. I mean, my pinky toe was like this big at one point.
Ugh.
It was huge.
Okay,
maybe I sprained it really bad and sprained it over and over. Maybe it wasn't a break.
Maybe. Oh.
I don't know though, because I never got it checked out. Because anytime I've had people around me break their toes, they're like, they're not gonna help you. Yeah. You just have to let it fix itself, basically. But
when I was working at that like jewelry company, you know, that's over in this area, I was like a warehouse worker in the new building. I would like bring boxes around. I would use pallet jacks and like move stuff around. They had electric pallet jacks. Everybody liked using electric pallet jacks. No one wanted to pull around just a non-electric pallet jack, right? So we had these electric pallet jacks, and me being, how old was I? 16? Somewhere around there.
We just met, really. Kind
yeah.
of. Oops, sorry guys.
Yeah, so I was standing. I was like leaning up against the wall with the pallet jack in front of me. And these pallet jacks, they're supposed to have a safety stop on it, right?
Were you testing it out?
So
you were testing it?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say no. There's no way you were like, let's see if it works.
Well, I mean, I don't know exactly what happened because like so here's the handles, Okay. You flip a switch and you go to make it go up, and then like you press another button, make it go down, and then like so on these they had another button where you can make it go forward or backward, okay? And then right on the very front of it was like the emergency stop button, okay? So if you push it, it wouldn't move, all right? And so I think what I was doing was I was like,
it's also the same day you put your 2 weeks in.
yes. So like right before this incident happened, I went up to my manager. I was like, hey, putting in my 2 weeks, this, that. Anyways, I was up against this wall and I was like going forward and backward. I was like waiting for somebody or something like that. So I was moving it forward, moving it backward, moving it forward, moving it backward, moving it forward, moving it backward, and I got pushed up into the wall, my toenail up, and I didn't know it at the time, but I was like, that really hurt my foot. And
Ow.
I was like, oh, geez, that freaking hurts. And so my toe was in pain. And my buddy, he was working with me, like right next to me. He was like, are you okay? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. And then I go to like walking around for a little while and have him limping a little bit and whatnot. And then I end up going to the bathroom and I was like, dang, let me just check my toe real quick because it really freaking hurts to pull off my shoe. And there's just a splotch of blood on my white sock. And I was like, oh, I'm afraid of about what I'm about to see. Okay. So I pull off my sock and like my toenail is like it's still attached at the very base, but like the front of it was like you could like move it around and whatnot. But like I touched it and you could just see like it was like a little gush of blood coming out on the side. So I took a picture of it and I go show my boss. I was like, yo, this is what my toe looks like right now. I gotta go home. I'm in a lot of pain. He was like, all right. And then after that day,
I'm sorry, but it's got to be my biggest pet peeve when managers are like okay, like whatever.
like when they
you know
do
what?
not care, it's like,
Yeah.
it's the most
And then they try to
frustrating
guilt
thing.
trip you, and then it works, and I'm like, wait, I work for you. Like, you ain't gonna make me feel bad.
Right.
You're hilarious. Like, no. Anyways.
It is really annoying when managers just don't give a dang.
Yeah.
Don't give a damn.
Aw, I have to go home and you have to, like, actually work?
No,
Womp
yeah, because
womp.
there was this one time where our manager, this was the time when my grandpa was going through some stuff. My dad called me and he was like, hey, your grandpa's not doing very well. Basically saying your grandpa doesn't have very much time left. And so I go up to my manager and I'm like, hey, my grandpa's not doing well. I gotta go. And he was like, well, are they going to be fine back there without you? And I was like, yeah, they should be.
You are too nice, because the day that ever happens to me, it's a, hey, I am leaving. I have to go.
Yeah.
I'm going to be in tears leaving. Like, they don't get a chance of, is anybody going to come in for me? No. Excuse my language, but you, I have to go.
Yeah, like
whether you're in a terrible position or not,
like,
I'm leaving.
I don't give a damn that all of the screens are full or what is happening right now at work. I am leaving.
Yeah, like they're gonna hate me the day that ever happens. If it ever happens that I'm at work, it's over for them because they're gonna be mad. But you know what?
Let them be mad. Let them be mad. Where was I?
Maybe you should cut that. That was.
No, okay.
I felt a little passion about that.
46 minutes. I'll bleep it out.
Yeah.
I'll bleep the word out.
Anyways, I just feel very passionately about that because I'm not. You're my
important
job.
than work.
Yeah.
Right.
I can get another one anywhere, anytime, any day.
Yeah.
Like, I don't have to have you. I personally have to have my family. So I'm going to be there for them.
Yeah. But with that toe injury, I had to, like, the whole workers' comp thing. I went to, it was like it wasn't the hospital. It was like some other place. It was like specifically for work-related accidents.
Yeah.
And so I go there. They figure out what's going on. They're like, "Oh, you just gotta wrap it." So they wrap my big toe, and put me in a boot. I guess I don't really know why, but I also, so I was out for a really long time, but my workers comp, like I was still, so like how that works is you still get paid while you're out, right? That's how that works. So
Yeah.
the thing is that because I put in my 2 weeks that day, I only got workers comp for the 2 weeks, right? But my toe was messed up for like 3 months.
Yeah.
Or not my toe wasn't messed up for the whole 3 months, but what happened was that something happened. Something happened in my toe, and I think it might have been, I don't know. Something happened in my toe.
I know. Whenever that happened,
Either the boot
really
caused it or
Yeah.
something else happened where it just messed up my right calf muscle, and like you can see it to this day. Every time I flex my calf muscle, it's like my calf muscle is like partially torn, I guess. So there's like this like somewhat muscly part that's like in a way like separated from the bottom part of the calf, and it looks really weird. And but that had me bedridden. I woke up one day and I got up from bed. I started to walk and I completely collapsed to the ground. I was like, it was like the feeling of a Charlie horse, but constant. Anytime I would try and walk, it was just immediate Charlie horse. Like, it was bad. Super, super bad. I could not walk. I was bedridden for like 2 weeks until it started to feel a little bit better. And even till now, I still have problems with it. Like doing leg extensions, like it almost feels like I'm constantly in a cramp anywhere. Like anytime I use my right calf muscle, pretty hard, it's like that top part of my calf is like cramping. Right? And it gets worse sometimes. It's a little better other days, but I'm forever scarred, forever
Yeah.
messed up in that regard. It's real dumb, real stupid.
Sorry.
You good? You good? You just staring off into the distance there.
I was thinking about how often I've licked my lips, and I'm sorry. I know it's probably really annoying, but my lips are so dry, and I've picked at them. Yeah. Anyways.
Oh, another thing I wanted to talk about was, like I had in my notes, I just had tour sickness, right? So, okay. So we're gonna do our absolute best. We gotta stock up on vitamins, because we're gonna be around a lot of
EDC.
Yeah, we're gonna be around a lot of people. We gotta boost our immune system for real. Take on a lot of vitamin C, a lot of zinc, a lot of elderberry. Okay, a lot of stuff to boost our immune system. Okay, so one thing I don't understand.
I'm afraid it's not going to be an inside sickness. I feel like our bodies are going to feel sick from all the raving. You know what I mean?
I mean, we're gonna be tuckered out. That's for sure. Like sleep an entire day, kind of tired. But let's hope that our immune systems are protected, because being around that many people who paid that much to go to a festival, a common cold is not going to keep them from going to this festival.
I don't even think COVID would keep them from this festival anymore.
So we are going to have all the germs, all the bacteria spreading around. So we got to go heavy on the Germ-X.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. And this is why
Maybe
I
possibly
actually will
even-
be the one to wear hand sanitizer the whole time.
I might even low-key wear a face mask. Because I think it I think it might also add to my whole look that I got going on. I feel like it'd be cool because I can't put anything on my face.
breathe with them on, and I used to. Don't sue me, but I used to never wear them right because I can't breathe. Like the two breaths, and I'm like,
no, yeah,
in the freaking
mask, when we were working
man.
at Walmart, they would require you to put it over your nose or something like that, right?
Well, everywhere should have. I mean, that's the whole purpose of it.
Oh, well, I know, but like, it's so bad to just keep breathing in, like,
your own breath. I can't imagine.
For 8 hours straight. Like, it is not healthy. It's not good. But yeah, back in COVID times, that was super bad when we were working at Walmart. So we would have it down here, so it was just covering our mouth.
And if you're wondering, yes, I got COVID when I worked at Walmart.
Yeah.
So.
Even though, I think we got it twice.
I didn't.
Twice.
Did I? Oh.
Twice.
I was gonna say I don't know.
Actually, 3 times, wasn't it? 3 times. Let's tell you about that little story real quick. Yeah.
Kind of illegal.
I mean, not really.
Not really, because of how it worked, but like low key.
Yeah. So they had this.
Sorry.
Get it all out, honey. So they had this thing at Walmart when you worked at Walmart during the COVID time. They had
Only
this
thing I liked about Walmart.
COVID leave of absence, okay, or something like that. Yeah, it was a COVID leave. Mm-hmm. So if you had COVID, you would go onto this website or Walmart something. You would
fill it out, basically.
Submit like an application for your COVID leave, how many hours you usually work, your symptoms, and blah blah blah. It never required a COVID test.
Just when we came back, we were trying to get the first time when we actually had COVID. We thought we had to have a negative test to come back, but then we found out like you'll test positive for like weeks
after you're good.
When you're good.
So our first time, were we out just for 2 weeks?
Tell you a story about when we did that too.
Were we?
We were out. It was only a 2-week leave every time.
Oh, okay, so 2-week leave the first time. Okay, and then was that the actual time we had COVID?
Yes, we actually did, and we quarantined together in one singular room for 2 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
The only time we would leave is use the bathroom, and we were head to toe covered in everything to not spread it. Yet everyone else got it. So I mean,
first time was legit, right? Second time,
it was summer.
Yeah,
and we just wanted a solid.
It was
2
okay.
weeks. Oh, and it was paid.
Listen.
That's another thing is it was paid.
Summer, right. Okay. Number 2. It was like pulling teeth to try and get days off at Walmart.
To the point we had a family vacation literally
postponed.
Postponed, but delayed. 4 months. We went there 2-3 months before and said, these are the days. And there was a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in there. And they were like, can't do it.
What do you mean you can't?
I'm your employee. You know? It's like, I can quit.
But, I mean, we're really nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we worked with them.
Too nice at this point. Too nice. We're like, okay. So I literally told my family, hey, can we do it a different time so that we can actually do it? And my family was like, yeah, of course.
Or am I wrong? Or was this supposed to be when we got engaged? It was. We worked at Walmart.
Was it?
So we literally postponed. You had to postpone the engagement, technically.
Was it that?
Yeah. That was our first ever vacation. And that's the only vacation we worked at Walmart for.
Yeah.
So that's even crazier. You had a big thing planned that I didn't even know about, and Walmart was like, no.
Nah. But you can do it later at a different time.
Yeah. Anyways, that's another reason we took the 2 weeks off. Even when we weren't
So
sick.
we were like, well, wait, no, it wasn't that time. It was a different time because we
didn't take it the 2 weeks off for any vacations.
No, we took.
It was just summer.
Yeah, it was just summer. We're like, bet we submitted everything and went through,
and it was
worked,
paid. So that's why we
were
did it.
getting paid for 2 weeks, no work, and we were like, freaking sick. And then we did it again for a third time. Same thing.
Because
we weren't sick. We were just because. And when we came back to work, the funny thing is that like they were onto us, right?
Yeah, womp womp. You didn't help us,
right? And so they basically brought us back to the office, and they were like, I guess long conversation turned short. They were like, we didn't like that you did this, but we can't do anything about it.
Yeah.
But basically, we're angry that you did this, and we're out for 2 weeks, and we're getting paid, but it was completely like there was nothing they can do about it.
No,
like
we couldn't have gotten in trouble, but low key we were
like ethically, I guess we were wrong for doing it, but like through the fine print and everything, like we did nothing wrong.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Because you could even claim these 2 weeks even if you had just slight symptoms. That's what they did. They were like, even like if you have slight symptoms or whatever, don't come into work, fill this whole thing out, and do this. And then I eventually told my cousin Gio about it.
And then he started doing it. Huh?
Bro did it like 8 times. Yeah. He did the Walmart COVID leave 8 freaking times. Something around that amount. But he abused the crap out of it until...
Who wouldn't, man?
But, oh my goodness. Oh, no, he... like, I think I seen him, like, his stories and stuff like that at that time. And he was always doing stuff. I was like, dude, how are you always, like, doing...
Not at work.
Like, yeah. And he was like, bro, this is like the 5th time that I've done the COVID leave. I was like, oh my gosh. Like, no way. But that's one thing about our freaking work, where we work now. It's dumb. We don't get paid time off.
Unless you injure yourself and you need time off, they will pay.
Unless you get workers' comp, then you'll get paid. Oh yeah, there was this other kid. He was...
But then again... Cut that out.
No.
58
minutes. All right.
Anyways, then again, my friend cut her finger at work, and they paid her, but she said it wasn't that much. But she's not also a position where she makes a lot more than what they wanted to pay her, but she still got paid for it.
Yeah. There was this one time we had one of our other associates. I guess is that what we call them? Associate, other
at
workers.
Walmart?
All no. Where we're at, where we at right now, where we work at right now. He was grabbing a tray, and there was full of hot oil on it, and
fresh hot oil. It just got.
He was doing something with it. Either it got bumped or.
Oh, it's back when you used to have to put it on top of when we had the old warmer,
the old oven or whatever.
Yeah.
So he went to go put it on top of it, and I guess he didn't know it had oil in it. And it ran straight down his arm. Straight down.
And it was like those like blisters that go like this far off your hand.
And it was bad. And he had workers' comp. He got paid for like, he milked it.
Yeah, he did.
Absolutely milked it.
Who wouldn't?
He milked
Especially
it.
Where we were.
Listen, he milked it. And then by the time it ended, he quit. Like he didn't come back when he was supposed to come back and just completely dipped.
Because it's that easy. You need me, I don't need you.
Yeah.
When it comes to work.
And I mean,
we do need you.
He was a good.
But there's other options.
He was a good worker too, but they weren't paying him what he thought he was worth, and I mean valid. And he went to go find another job. So
something funny about the whole COVID thing when we did the first time we took the leave. Right at the end of the 2 weeks, we got another test because for whatever reason we thought we had to turn in a test letting him. Yeah. Or maybe we were just testing to see if we still had it so we could push it, but it wasn't possible to push it. You couldn't go back to back with the 2 weeks.
Yeah, no.
So anyways,
I think we did try and extend one of them, and
the first one, but we were
couldn't.
actually not okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, it used to be. Oh my gosh! Did you just hear my tummy? I'm so hungry. It used to be where you had to sit in your car and then they would like swab your nose and you could leave. So like a drive-through, basically. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we both were getting tested. He was driving, I was in passenger, and they would do us both at the same time. And we're driving up, and I was like, at a random, I was like, imagine like one of these things break and they have to like redo it. Like, how unfortunate would that be? Well, we get up there, swabbing my nose. You know, it hurts. They put that thing so far up your nostril, it hurts.
They fucking
They put it back in
your nostril.
Yeah.
Completely.
They put it back in the tube, breaks it, and mine flies out and lands on the ground. I was like, I manifested that. Fully manifested that. So we're like, oh, this has never happened before. Let's get a new one. We'll do it again. I was like,
Oh my goodness.
So they do it again. That time it went through, but I literally manifested that whole scenario for myself and said it out loud and everything. I was like, I wonder if they've ever had to do it twice.
And lo and behold,
I'm the one.
you for sure did not knock on wood after saying that. Mm-mm. All right, well, that is all the time we have for you today, folks. Make sure you, I guess for YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe and share this with all your friends and family. And turn on that notification bell.
Yes.
And on Spotify, turn on that notification bell and share this with everybody that you guys know. We love you guys. Thank you for watching.
Tummy's going crazy.
Yeah, we're going to get her some food. Thank you guys for watching. We will see you guys next week. Bye.